This is breaking news.
Does South Korea have a gambling problem? Comedian's debt spotlights social menace. Lee Jin-ho says he became hooked on illegal gambling and has asked celebrities, such as Jimin of BTS, to help him repay his debts. The confession by South Korean comedian Lee Jin-ho over his gambling debts has prompted calls by anti-vice activists for stronger measures to protect vulnerable groups from the growing social menace. Lee, a member of the popular TV show Knowing Bros, recently ended his public appearances due to his debt problem. The 38-year-old posted on Instagram earlier this month about how he started playing on an online illegal gambling site in 2020 by chance and ended up with a debt that was unpayable. Lee, who did not mention how much he owed, was investigated by the Seoul Gangnam Police Precinct for charges of compulsive gambling and fraud on Tuesday. Media reports said he borrowed nearly 2.3 billion won, $1.7 million to cover his losses, even seeking help from fellow celebrities like K-pop idol Jimin of BTS. Gambling is mostly prohibited for South Koreans apart from bets made at certain government-approved facilities, including a horse racing park in Seoul and the single legal casino for citizens in Gangwon Province. The country has 16 other casinos, which are restricted to foreigners. Among the illegal gambling activities involving South Koreans are sports betting and online casinos. The vice has worsened in recent years, with more junior school students becoming hooked on gambling, according to media reports. Based on data from the National Gambling Control Commission, a total of 39,082 cases of illegal online gambling were reported in South Korea in 2023, almost a threefold increase from 13,064 cases in 2019. Revenue from the illegal gambling industry in South Korea was estimated to have reached 100 trillion won, $72.5 billion in 2022. The reason illegal gambling is a major social issue in our country is because it affects the community and the surrounding people rather than just the person who is accumulating the debt. A representative from the Korea Problem Gambling Agency told This Week in Asia. And it's becoming even a bigger problem as it affects all groups of our society, including adolescents. Illegal gambling has spread across the country due to its easy accessibility, the agency said. Many students were misled into believing they were joining harmless online games only to find themselves ensnared by illegal gambling sites. Local media quoted it as saying, "Illegal gambling can show results in a matter of seconds. This contributes to its addictive nature. There needs to be enhanced surveillance of activities that promote illegal gambling and an increase in the severity of penalties for organizers and participants of these activities," the representative said. The agency also emphasized the importance of preventive education and counseling for those struggling with gambling problems. While there have been many government-funded awareness programs to combat illegal gambling over the years, some observers believe these measures are not enough. Our government has been pouring money into prevention, addiction treatment, and ads for 20 years, but cases of illegal gambling only increase every year, said Jo Ho-yeon, head of the Gambling Free School, an NGO committed to combating illegal gambling in South Korea. Jo's organization comprises 40 students and nearly 700 volunteers, including parents. The group tackles illegal gambling by getting volunteers to identify bank account information of online gambling sites and report them to authorities. If the accounts are found to be illegal, they are frozen by the authorities, according to Jo. Anywhere between 300 million won to $1 billion can be stuck in an account by freezing its activities, said Jo, who said his organization has helped expose more than 1,200 illegal bank accounts since 2020. Jo, who hoped that online gambling in South Korea would be eradicated by the end of next year, admitted that he had previously developed gambling games and managed illegal sites for almost a decade. He founded Gambling Free School in 2020 following a case involving a friend's son who was sent to a youth detention center after the teenager committed theft, to feed his gambling addiction. One student volunteer at Joe's organization, Lee Jin-ho, also fell prey to illegal gambling previously. "I've lost friends due to me being unable to repay them for money borrowed for gambling," said the 17-year-old high school student from the city of Longin. "Some of my friends have even scammed people online to continue their gambling habits." Joe said he has been disappointed with the government's anti-gambling efforts. He recently launched a new project to partner with major banks to quickly freeze illegal gambling funds without having to wait for police intervention.